morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It is a rainy and cold one here, but we are gearing up to go on a walk anyway. I was hoping to sleep in, but at 7:20, I think, 7:15 maybe, Sebastian woke up. Well, I opened my eyes and he was standing there with this onesie pajamas around his ankles waiting for me to help him put them on. I don't know if he said anything. I just opened my eyes to that. So I helped him put it back on, and then like 5 minutes later, I need to poop. So I then had to go wipe his butt, put his pajamas back on him again, and clean the potty. I get back into bed, it's like 7:20, and then the door camera alerts me. My husband had ordered some pot roast ingredients and a few things that didn't make it to us, and they arrived at 7:20. He was still asleep, so put some slippers on and a sweater and headed down and got them in and came back up into bed. But Sebastian was just like, and yeah, I dozed on and off a little bit, but at 10:30 we all headed down. I had showered and washed my hair, about to unleash it and put on a hat. But my husband made egg sandwiches and potatoes, and we had some fruit, and then I did the dishes, got the dishwasher started, and I started organizing my Halloween box and pulled down the door decoration, but I should be ready to put everything in the house once it's dry. It's just all wet out there, so we need to start on the door stuff after we take a walk, but we gotta figure out where we're going. I think we're gonna drive, which means Jackson's gonna have to come with us. He's in his pajamas. I don't know, we'll see what we do.
I'll give Mommy coffee and then go down. Why? I'll go kick. Yeah.
Mr. Bones is hungry.
I can actually anyone.
That's so good. He's still trying to eat around the kibble. You gotta eat the kibble. You gotta eat the kibble. Is it going? Do your nutty crunchers. Hey friends, it is bedtime, and wow, that was a short video. Sorry about that. Today was a lot of chores and not a super exciting one, but I'll just go into it and I'll let you know another reason why it was so short. So we got up, I think I went over me having to get up so early. I'm gonna be really tired tonight and probably tomorrow, but we went on a walk after brunch. I think I was getting ready when I last talked to you. The walk was about 7 miles. We decided to walk to the big trail around here, the WNOD trail, and we basically walked into Leesburg. We live in Ashburn, and then just turned around and came back. It had been raining all morning, so we headed out as soon as the rain stopped, and the trail was so nice and empty. It was so peaceful, but on the way back it was a lot of people. A lot being like you pass somebody every few minutes, not the end of the world. We've certainly walked on busier trails. And then I was exhausted when I got back, even though we walked kind of at a slow pace for us. But I made myself take the Halloween decorations down right away. I didn't even go in and sit down or anything. I do need to get some goo be gone because I used duct tape to hold up one sign, and that duct tape got cold and does not want to come off, and warm water wasn't really helping, so I'm gonna get some goo off and get that off at some point. And then when I was all done, I just brought all the stuff inside. It's still in the dining room. I don't feel like taking apart the closet down there just now. I have to take all the Christmas out, set it aside, put the Halloween all the way in the back. It's just like a closet under the stairs where the storage space goes down, down, down. And then the very smallest part under the bottom stairs is where I put like all the tombstones on their side. Not looking forward to that, but I need to bring down the beach stuff too. It's still sitting in the dining room. So I just came in, and the kids, Sebastian had been watching a movie while I was doing the second half of taking down the decorations. And then Jax came downstairs. I guess he ran out of screen time. While we walked, he had a digital play date with his friend in the neighborhood. So he used up his Switch time, and then he used his iPad time, and I said there was no extensions today. So he came down and joined in, but then they just can't get along, especially right now. So it was just bickering and fighting. So I went into the dining room and turned on some music and started working on my puzzle. My husband was cooking pot roast, and when he was done all his prep work and was just cooking in the Instapot, he came in and joined me. For the first time in several puzzles, he joined me to work on the puzzle. We finished it up. I was down to like the last 100 pieces, so we were happy to get a little break from listening to them and being in the same room as them bickering. But then it was time for me to cook too. I was making tofu while he was making his pot roast, and I had a time lapse of us cooking, and normally it's not a big deal if it doesn't record. I don't know why it didn't record because I watched the button change. But it started out and Sebastian was oiling the ciabatta rolls, and it was so cute, and I was going to be so happy to have pictures of that, and it didn't record, so I don't have that. But at least I'm telling you, so future me has that memory, and I can hopefully bring it up in my brain, because for some reason if I don't write about it or talk about it or make a video about it or take a picture of it, it doesn't happen. Like, it's no longer stored in my brain. I've got massive, massive, massive holes in my memory. And I only really remember what I have tangible evidence of. So that's a bummer, but I cooked stir-fried tofu. We served it over rice. Jax and I had that, and Sebastian and his daddy had pot roast, and then did dishes. And a windstorm has blown in. We have wind advisories, and the wind chills are going to be around 19 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So cold, and I hate wind. And it's going to continue to be extremely windy all morning. So I told the kids if they wake up early enough, we can do an indoor mall walk. But school is out for public school students tomorrow and Tuesday, I assume. Election day, and then they just take the Monday as well. I mean, they're not in the schools here, they're at home, but I think a lot of teachers work out of the school. I don't know, because they always have the voting stuff in like the library of the high school we go to, or we did a primary once in the auditorium, so I don't really know why they need to close the schools for both days, but it's good that they're closed on election day. They need to be, so parents can go vote, don't have to worry about helping with school and stuff. And I guess they're just used to taking a teacher work day the day before. I don't know, they have so many dang days off that they go to school through mid-June, and I finish our coursework at the end of April. So yeah, we need to get to the mall early, preferably before the stores open. 10:30 is a good time because they like GameStop, that opens at 11, so the tail end of our walk we can hit GameStop and then roll out if too many people come. It's generally not busy. It's not the best mall ever anymore. We've got 2 anchor stores closed, I think. Maybe it's just one. Shows you how much I pay attention. I don't even know. A lot of stores have closed. But beyond that, we have school. It looks like it's going to be a lot easier week. Still well, no, like most of the material I think is going to be way easier for him. I think it's going to be good. It's some weeks like everything lands at the same time. We had a hard math unit. We had chapter tests in like 3 different subjects all in 1 week, and then a big lab assignment. It's just a mess. I was just downstairs after dinner doing all the printouts, scheduling things up for the following week. I always look ahead to the science lab that we do on Thursday, and this time it uses something called pop beads. I guess little beads that have like a sticky out part and holes. So you're supposed to model a DNA strand, so there'd be like a strand of gray, 37 of them, and then every other gray bead you put a colored bead above it representing different nitrates. I don't know. I briefly read over the lab explanation, and we don't have those. I'm looking at them. They don't really come in the colors he needs, especially when he needs 37 of one color and then an assortment of the other colors. The only thing I saw that compares was a classroom pack for 30 students for $85. That was not even prime, so I'm like, yeah, no. And I made a worksheet that basically has the circles just blank and a key for the colors, and he's going to have to color it in 4 times to show the DNA strand and then the 3 mutations, when the original assignment would be to make the original out of beads and then make the changes that they ask and write down the letters corresponding to the parts of the DNA strand. So that's what we're gonna have to do. Slightly less tactile, but more repetitive, so maybe I'll learn it more. He was okay with it, he was watching me do it. And yeah, nothing else terribly difficult. So if work stuff is ready for me, I should be good to go. I know he has a bunch of projects that he wants to get going on, and that t-shirt and poster shop setup was just throwing a huge kink into it, so hopefully early in the week we'll figure out what I need to actually be working on. Yeah, that's about all I got for you. I did not braid it all last night, so I'm still, I don't know, I'd say between 1/3 and 1/2 done. It'd be nice to get 10 or 12 done tonight, but I don't know. I'm just gonna play by ear because I think I'm gonna get suddenly tired. I have to do Animal Crossing still. I always point over there and it's just like pitch black, but this is what I'm pointing to. The Switch. And yeah, that's it from me. I feel like my vlog from yesterday for Halloween was not as good as it could be, but I was extremely tired and that was the best I could do. I know I missed putting some screenshots up when I said I was going to, and I probably could have gone through the door cam footage and gotten some of that from when we were out there, but it is what it is. So good night, guys. I will see you tomorrow for Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and please be safe and don't forget to wash your hands.